Welcome in this next tutorial called Viewports. Now, what exactly is a viewport? You can say that any area in the 3D program in which you can view the 3D is a viewport. So this is a viewport. You can add viewports in Blender by going to the right upper corner of your 3D view to the stripes, not to the plus sign, as we will add a toolbar, but the stripes, and drag them to the left. So you can have two toolbars, you can have a third by dragging all the time. If you want to remove one, grab the lines again and drag them into the other view until you see this arrow and release. Now, what can we do if we have two viewports? We can have different views on our 3D object. At the moment we are in orthographic view, which means that all lines are perpendicular to the axis. You see the y-axis goes in that direction and every line goes in that direction. X goes in that direction, every line goes in that direction. But once we go to perspective view instead of orthographic, you can achieve this by pressing 5 on your numpad. If you don't have a numpad, for instance a laptop without a numpad on the keyboard, you can go to File, User Preferences, and in the Input tab on the left you can click on Emulate Numpad, and then use the numbers on top of your keyboard as a numpad. And of course you have to save your preferences. Now you can see the difference with perspective. The lines are a bit distorted to create a kind of depth. I can illustrate this further by adding a cube. You can see the difference. This is orthographic view, this is perspective view. Perspective is what we as humans see with our own eyes, and orthographic is more technical. You can see the z-axis, all the lines are straight up in this case, but in perspective they are a little turned. Now, what are the different uses for perspective and orthographic view? Perspective we are going to use mostly if we want to see the whole object, and orthographic if we only want to see the object from one side. You can, for instance, if you are in orthographic view, press 1 on your numpad and you will go to front view. Now, in this front view we see only one plane of the cube. While we go to perspective, you can still see the side because the perspective is created. Now, front view can really be handy to place objects on top of each other or whatever you want to do. And you can see the difference is in this front view. You can see if we select something 3 axes, you can still see 3 axes, while in orthographic view you can only see 2. So you can here just move the object in the z and x direction. Now front view isn't the only one. View it 3 on the numpad. We'll go to right. So now we see the object only for the right, as we see the z and the y axis, and in front view the z and the x axis. We also have 7 on the numpad, which will take us to top view, which is the y and the x axis. And we can switch in between these by using the numbers on the numpad we don't have use already. If we hit 2, we go from, we turn the camera back to rotate our view between front and back. 4 will rotate our camera counterclockwise, and 6 will rotate it clockwise. I don't use these 2, 4 and 6 that much. I just rotate the view by the mouse, but 1 for front view, 3 for right view and 7 for top view are really handy. And of course 5 for switching between perspective and orthographic view. So after seeing these tutorials, you can now find your way around the 3D viewport. You can navigate, you can see everything from all angles you want. See you in the next tutorial.